Attention gamers, previously on my hardcore WoW journey in Only Fangs, I visited the land of the big sexy elves to help an old friend get his pimping business off the ground by trying to cure one of his lazy employees who was also his daughter. Howard and I had a brief breakup where I had a one-night stand with a burnt pig named Belly Grub before reuniting with my favorite black swine and letting him get his revenge. We had our first guild meeting, to which I still miss those brain cells I lost during that 3-hour Rage Yelp festival. I entered the deadly forest where a patrolling diabetic elite jizz stain kills dozens of half AFK players every day, and I decided that I would be the one to stand up to him. Psych, it was all for the clip. Take notes, lazy ho, that's how to be a proper hooker. And while I promise you'll see the epic battle with the Stitch bitch soon enough, I had some dangerous matters to attend to before. I first had to find the proverbial Vladimir Putin of the Red Ridge Canyon.
Bro, I did a Uldamon with Rav, and he was using Stitch's fucking bone in it as his weapon. Does he show the Uldamon run? I don't think so. Maybe it's tomorrow. Next video.
Euthanize the rabbit and bring its paw back to some bumbling muppet, and while this mage wanted help, I wanted my glory, so my plan was to path through the low-level simp bunnies in a way where his younger ass couldn't follow, but he arrived in time to ask me to make this assassination into a group project. I remember how I felt when that Chinese bot gave me the shaft on the beach, so I let my people-pleasing personality get in the way of glory, but I figured I would get an intellect buff out of it, only to stand
yeah, he's only in his 20s.
like I was speaking a different fucking language before eventually deeming it a lost cause, just confirming
you
that
want a Sonii sub, you already are, Tim.
in this game.
Hey, it's Mitch!
Anyways, the leveling guide that my virgin ass paid money for was now telling me to skip the next quest if I lack confidence, and I'm thinking clearly Tommy Salami doesn't read the papers if he thinks that I think I'm a bitch, but I quickly learned it's because between the groups and the patrols you can quickly find yourself in a worse spot than a raw cucumber in an all-female prison, and this proved to be the case during one fight.
Oh my
when
God.
Howard chose to be negligent after I told him to come back to me, deciding to invite the entire neighborhood over to say hey, and this was going to be the end, I thought. My piece of shit pig was low. I had 2 on me with a caster coming, and there were logistical issues with my escape route, but that's when I remembered the wise words of Papa Soda.
Target dummies are required.
Yeah, nice.
This bought me enough time to survive, and even though Howard wasn't as lucky, a sexy elf who identifies as a cat agreed to be my interim pet until the battle was over.
Nice.
Needless to say, I expected more out of Howard, but I also knew I was just as much.
Does this guy make League videos too? He's like really popular, isn't he? Oh my gosh, he does. The League things are his main thing? Oh. Sorry, I got distracted.
To blame for being a bad trainer. This was where I lost my macro writing virginity, jotting down 2 genius lines of Elon Musk quality code that will one day save me and my raid from Howard's occasional attitude problems, and like a true software engineer I had to test my code. Howard sendeth, Howard come backeth, I would say, to ensure it would work, and after 2 minutes of feeling like a code hacker genius, I was ready to fuck up Fangwar.
Get him.
This quest is supposed to be hard, but something about the adrenaline from my near-death experience and the confidence I got from writing code so good it could probably self-drive cars with a few more lines, this whole battle was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. But me gracefully moonwalking through content was about to end, as my own survival was now going to rely on some random normies I hired off the streets to fight in the Red Ridge War against these trend-taking ogres, and considering our first pull was less
these trend-taking ogres. They're fucking orcs.
Organized than Asmund Gold's bedroom, I had my concerns. The mage was polymorphing targets with 3% health, and the warlock was playing his own solo adventure and fearing his mob into other orcs when he wasn't too busy disconnecting from the McDonald's Wi-Fi, so let's just say we weren't going to be pushing arena raiding with this motley crew. But as a League of Legends player, I'm used to dealing with inbred donkey teammates, and so I figured I would just show how equipped I am to properly lead in a way that Ompi could only dream of. Assassination numero uno was in the books, and my second task with these twerps was to loot orbs off of the jacked ones wearing dresses.
1, 2, 3.
But for a lack of better words, shit got real when we entered the castle. Another group was trying to rescue Fiona Slay the Dragon too, and I decided to be chivalrous while arranging a safe plan to collude so that everyone would get their nut. This was great until we somehow nabbed the tag and they got pissy and decided to flee the crime scene. What started as a 2-group raid to kill a single elite mob was now a board-certified fuck fest, and there were about to be casualties. The startled Muppet was running away from us and behind walls, making any chance of receiving heals a pipe dream. He had 2 on him with 4 health when I randomly had a revelation.
Target dummies.
I pinned that shit like a tail on a donkey, watched the focused target of Angry Orc number 4 swap to it, and I'm proud to say, we all survived the epic shitfest of Stonewatch Keep.
What a gamer.
Legend has it that other group who abandoned ship is still fleeing like vaginal cowards to this day. At this point I had to head back to the laggy city because some shit was going down in the Stormwind basement and some arrogant douchebag needed help.
You probably won't make a difference.
Turns out the refugee Defias shitstains from the gang war I won in Westfall were captured and being held down there to serve as the presumptuous royal family slaves, and yes, I'm allowed to say that because they were all white. The orders were to slaughter these shitters, and aside from a slight disagreement on how fast or slow we should be doing it, as if my group was a married couple arguing in the bedroom, the mission was a great success.
I must say, after a half hour, I hardly expected you to come out.
I wanted to tell that one-eyed bastard that it was actually only 23 minutes, but after having successfully led 2 teams through group content, I had some words for someone else.
Do you actually think you'll be the better hunter? Oh, dude, I'm gonna smash. Yeah, don't worry about me. I just want to show you something, okay? This is what you're up against. We're talking about clearing MC.
Now for those of you non-WoW players, his response in the form of a flex was not only
Ampy
like
has
repping
hundreds
a
in
proud
MC.
badge of unintentional
Wait.
celibacy, but it
Is
was
this on? Is that on hardcore? Or is that just regular? Dude, can someone? Where's my parses? How do you find parses?
also pretty much the equivalent of showing that he scored a 1600 on his SATs, and effectively no one in the world has done better. But what he didn't know was what he was up.
Yeah, my guild hero admittedly wasn't that good, so I think our parses got a little bit like screwed over for that. Like we definitely did not have a parsing guild. Like if you go back, like there were people that were like parsing terribly on so many phases.
Against.
Dude, yo, Rav is, what the fuck? This guy Rav is juiced.
That's right, a blushing hunter who may or may not have run out of arrows and had to resort to playing melee hunter for half the dungeon, to which I still top charts bitch, so all I'm saying is it's going to be lonely at the top, for me. Meanwhile my other guildies were throwing a raging house party in Goldshire when Papa Soda was out of town, and considering the amount of drugs and sex that was taking place, some of the officers were not happy.
You're in OnlyFans, man. Take some pride in that.
And as a role model in this guild I just want.
Jesus Christ. We log out for 30 minutes after every boss for wreck. Oh geez, yeah, we know. We never like went out of our way to set up anything for even parses, I don't think. It was usually just like come with world buffs and then whatever you parse, you parse. I feel like if I joined a guild that was like, you know, parse specific and try to juice me, probably would have got some hundreds.
Want to say I don't condone this partying behavior, and I'm disappointed in anyone who was there instead of leveling. And seeing how our fearless leader knew I was grinding my short dwarf dick off instead of partying, he met me deep in the moist marshes and gave me a gift.
Oh, that's Poggers. That's actually Poggers.
I didn't know how to thank him, and all I could
That's
think
very
of was to show
Pogs.
him that when he said,
Target dummies are required.
I listened. Now since I know my
Nice.
audience isn't all WoW geeks, let me explain the reason why I was jizzing my pants over this item. For starters, it was purple quality, which outside of some rare super virginity scenarios is the best type of item you can get in the game, and second, it was a weapon. The combination of these two things meant that it would sell for over a gold to a local bow connoisseur, and I'd be 1% closer to getting my mount.
No shot.
Farewell.
No
It was
shot.
also around this time that I hit level 30. This meant I could meet up with a slender male elf sex doll in the middle of bumfuck Ashenvale to learn an ability called Feign Death.
Huge.
And the best way I can describe why this is valuable is that I can now tell a diabetic deformed penguin that his chick has a fatty and then be like, "Op, just kidding homie," and he won't want to beat me up anymore. If people want to ignore Howard and his contributions, I can now let them hit voicemail and say, "You will be dealing with my pig from now on." Anyways, I had one final piece of business in this fantasy land forest, and that was to finally help my homeboy cure his daughter/stripper lover of her AIDS. He claimed this was finally the medicinal fix to her whoring around.
The medicinal fix to her whoring around? What the fuck?
I wasn't impressed, but I couldn't stay any longer as I had to meet up with a few guildies for an organized coup against the civilized pigs in the Razor Fen Crawl, but as we were waiting I was presented with a proposal.
Oh.
A duel to the death.
No.
Guildie versus guildie. Loser will have to delete their character. These are strictly prohibited in the guild as the one and only time this happened before. Dad's reaction went something like this.
You're both at fault. You are both at fault. I do not give up. Why?
He is a coward, Puff.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna go.
And after sinking over 50 hours of game time into this character, there was only one thing to do.
He... What? Did he actually fucking kill a guildie? Bro, what was that warrior thinking? Oh shit. He died. Oh! Oh! Oh shit! I don't know who the fuck dies here. Yo, he wins those.
Some may call it the start of a villain arc. Others may say it was heartless.
He
but
killed bulk
now
season.
Respect Rav's
Get fucking shit on. Get fucking shit on. Oh, that was great. That was great. Yo, Rav, 10 out of 10 video. I
Attention
sucked.
gamers. Previously on my
That was fantastic. I'm glad I watched that. He didn't kill him? Wait, what do you mean he didn't kill him? He died. Tell mom you'll be on TV episode 8. Huge. I'm gonna be on, guys, I'm gonna be on Rav episode 8.